So after losing to Green Bay in the divisional round, we move on to see that they win their conference championship game and move on to the Super Bowl against the Chargers. We move on to the Pro Bowl roster to see that our receiver DK Metcalf made it as the wide receiver 1 and Noah Fant also made it as the first tight end. Of course, we made it making it as the QB1, and we also had an edge rusher in Nwosu to make the team as well. We're going to have a few highlights of the game and then we're going to move on to the offseason. So I hope you guys enjoy this because you guys can see it wouldn't be much of a Pro Bowl if we didn't show our interceptions, man. We started to make strides on offense as we started handing the ball off to CMC and Saquon Barkley, giving them some good carries. But directly after tying up the game at 3, we couldn't make a simple throw to the flat, and of course it turned out to be a turnover. We regained possession after the AFC squad scores 3 points, but we knew it was time for us to show up. On this 3rd and 4, we call a play action pass and look for our number 1 receiver, DK Metcalf, man. It's going to be very, very sad if we end up leaving this team in the offseason, and that was our last time maybe throwing him a pass, but it doesn't matter because we got to try to do whatever we can to win this game. We're now on the goal line. We get a QB sneak to get us up 9-6. We start off this 2-minute drill 13-10, looking to get the ball downfield, and we do just that as we find DK Metcalf over the cover 2 zone and to move us into the opposing 32-yard line. And now on the 3rd and 10, we're going to look for Noah Fant on this corner route over the cover 2 again. Of course, over that cover 2, man. We love hitting that team over the cover 2. And then Mike Evans is going to run a perfect corner route, red zone threat, nice and easy to get us the lead 16-13. And we're going to get subbed out going into the next half because it's Tom Brady's last chance to get a game in. So we're simulating now, and hopefully our team ends up walking out of here with the win. This game has been competitive all game long, and as you guys can even see, they're starting to mount a comeback of 2 scores just like that, man. What? And look at this 3rd and 21 play call. Todd Bowles is currently the coach of this NFC team. We called some read option for Tom Brady at 45 years old. Like, what are we doing? We get called on a penalty. I'm not surprised, but I don't know what play call that dude. I just don't know what's going on in his brain right now. They get the ball back after we punt it, and Josh Allen's on the AFC squad leading their offense, and he just throws it away. He makes an incomplete pass. From my view, it looked like we were clearly trying to get to overtime. Coach told us, get in the game right now. For this overtime sequence, you see it's coming out for the coin toss, and we get the ball first, so we are able to receive, and we do just that. Come out on offense, and let's see what we got, man. On this 3rd and 5 right here with 7 minutes left, we hit the wheel route to get us into a better position and to move the chains forward. On this 3rd and 15, you guys can even see we're trying to hit a flat. We're trying to get anything going, and we're almost there. We're so close. We even go for it, but they send pressure, and they throw us out of a sack, man. Come on. Directly after turning over the ball to the AFC, our defense came up huge right here. On this 1st and 10, Micah Parsons comes hard off the edge, and then Jonathan Allen cleans it up easily with the scoop. And then nice and easy, we're going to come right back out on offense. And we're just going to try to make a read, honestly, man. We're just going to look downfield. We see man coverage. We audible twice out of it. Go to our forwards. DK Metcalf over top. We did this all season, guys. Come on, nice and easy for the game right here. Some calm, some light, man. We end up walking off the Pro Bowl in fashion as an undrafted rookie, man. Come on, just like that. To our teammate, too. DK Metcalf, 40-34. They're showing us love in the huddle right after. We're showing daps to everyone too, man. You guys see the stats on the screen, and this is just a great performance by us and by the whole team, man. You guys are gonna see right here, we end up finishing 6th in the NFL MVP race, so you know, not too bad. Dak Prescott wins it in the Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, who'd you guys think was gonna win it? It's got to be DK Metcalf. An absolutely record-breaking season. We end up winning the Rookie of the Year for the NFC, which is a great look for us, and Kenneth Walker finishes 5th in the race as well. He had a very good showing at the end. And for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Woolen came in 5th. We came in 2nd in the NFC Best Quarterback, and I apologize. In Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Woolen came in 10th, not 5th. And for O-line, we had a few guys. We had 3 to 4 guys that showed up in this O-lineman ranking. Mind you, we didn't have a lot of good, rated O-linemen, and our edge rusher Nwosu ends up finishing 2nd. We get an upgrade point to move us up to, I'm pretty sure, an 87 overall, not really a 91, but the morale really does help us out. And of course, we get that superstar X factor after getting the Offensive Rookie of the Year and finishing 5th in those, I mean 6th in the MVP race. That's going to come out and help us very, very nicely. Of course, Dak Prescott wins the MVP. We win the Rookie of the Year, and DK wins the Offensive Player of the Year, but the Packers do not win the Super Bowl. So, of course, you know, it is what it is. The team that beats us doesn't even win it all, but hey, I'm content with it, man. And so now we're in the offseason, and it's time to weigh our options to see which team really fits us the best, because, you know, going into the new season, we really want to make sure that we're going into a team that has the right fit, but is also compensating us with the right amount of funds that, you know, we could take care of ourselves in the future, because, you know, that's a pretty important part of our career. So let's weigh some of these options real quick. You know, I definitely think that because, you know, even though they lost to the Packers in the wild card round, the Vikings are a very viable option, you know, definitely because of Kirk Cousins. You know, he's going to have that mentor tag. I'm going to be able to play with guys like Dalvin Cook and Jay Jettis. It's going to be definitely a good option. And also the Colts as well. They went 15-2 this season, and they have Matt Ryan as their quarterback. You could definitely tell that they underperformed in the AFC Championship game because of their offense. So, you know, definitely could come out to help us if we join this team and, you know, help us out. So we're going to check out some of these offers, like the Giants. Definitely 150 mil is definitely an option. Also the Seahawks too, firing Pete Carroll and moving on to a new coach, and they offer us a great contract as well. So we're definitely going to have to put that in. But I'm definitely looking at that Giants deal as well, as we're also looking at the Commanders too. Ron Rivera, that vertical power run scheme, they're not a bad team, and they need a quarterback too. Also the Raiders, but of course, look at that contract that the Vikings are giving us, 86 for 6 years. It's kind of below our budget, and even the Steelers too, we're looking at them, but, you know, I'm not really liking what they're doing. I wish the coach had offered us more. I maybe would have went there, but honestly, at the end of the day, I think the best option for me to go to a new team is, you know, it's going to be a team that's really going to want me and pursue me. It's going to have the right fit for me. And, you know, I think that, you know, the Commanders are one of the best teams to really do that for. And, you know, when looking at this team, you have guys like Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, Jonathan Allen, who, you know, did that scoop in the Pro Bowl. Deron Payne. We have guys on this team that's going to be able to help us on both sides of the ball. And we also acquired a new tight end in the offseason, Evan Ingram, who already has superstar depth. So this team is definitely going to be a fun one to play with. We're going to still be in the NFC. We might see the Seahawks this season. You know, it's going to be kind of awkward playing them going back there, but you guys can even see their roster right now. We've got some hitters on this team. No left outside linebacker, but we do have some formidable guys at linebackers that can sub in and out, a few corners. You know, our guys are good on both sides of the ball, and we also have a somewhat mid first round pick outside the lottery, but it'll work for us. No second and third, which kind of I didn't look at, but when looking at the draft, we did end up getting an outside linebacker, so an extra one is definitely going to help us, because that's exactly what we needed. We got a receiver as well. I'm not sure we really needed that, but, you know, a receiver help is never bad. And of course, the outside linebacker has hidden depth. He's a speed rusher. Hopefully we try to figure out how that rotation works with them. But hey, Carson Wentz signs with the Seahawks, so it looks like they just traded quarterbacks, and Tom Brady goes to the Jaguars, man. So I don't know what in the world is going on in this place, man. Why does he still have an X factor? But we got to find out what's going to happen, because week one, I'm trying to win this game very, very badly and win a ring here, man.